Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my beautiful beach room. I am Burns. I'm your certified detox specialist. And today we are going to be talking all about how to get back on the wagon. Sometimes we can fall off from our goals. And today I want to present to you this brand new course that I'm doing that you guys are all a part of. And in this course today, we're going to be talking all about how to get ourselves onto a beautiful living food protocol, a living diet from a standard American diet, also known as a SAD diet for a reason. So welcome, everybody. I see that you're here. I see that you're tuning in. We're going to start today off like we always do at the Real Juicy Detox, connecting, saying hello, letting us know. Let me know if you're watching live. Let's get started. Victoria is here. Hello, Victoria. Victoria is one of our youngest students. She is 10 years old, and she is on a beautiful detox journey herself. And I just want to welcome you, Victoria. It's so great to see you here. Carrie is here. So happy to see you live. I'm so glad that you are here watching live as well. Dali is here. Hello, my beautiful, beautiful man. How are you? I'm so happy that you're having a good day at work. How is your shake? How is your beautiful date berry shake? I'm having some watermelon juice here. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. Amy is here. Hello, Amy. Sheila is here as well. Sharon is here. Oh my goodness, seeing all of the original gangsters, original juicy gangsters in the house. How's everybody doing? I was late every other time because I had class. Sorry. Hey, no need to apologize. You're here. We're so glad that you are here. How is school going, Victoria? Oh my goodness. How are your friends doing? I hope you guys are doing well and that you're enjoying a lot of beautiful juice and a lot of beautiful fruit. Dali says, shake was great. Thank you for making it. My pleasure, babe. I love making all of these beautiful juices for you and shakes and living food. I'm so glad that you are here. Janita is here. Welcome, Victoria. Bought fresh local strawberries today. Oh, that sounds delicious. Doris is here. Hello, Doris. Hi, Burns. Hi, everyone. Good, right, Victoria? Good, good, good. You're here. I'm so happy to see you, Burns, says Dee. I'm so happy that you are here as well. How are you guys all doing? How is your detox journey going? If you are brand new to the Real Juicy Detox, and I want to give you guys a big juicy welcome, let me know in the comments if you're watching this brand new, you're new to the class, or you're just stumbling upon this after maybe you saw it before and you're back again. I want to welcome you guys. Let me know in the comments, okay? Niece is here. Hey, niece, how are you doing? I hope you and the family are doing well. I'm telling my friends you're live. Yes, go tell your friends. Tell everybody. And that goes for all of you. If you're watching this live, go and make sure that you let your friends and your family know that we are live. We're starting a brand new course today, right here, live with everybody, free for everybody to take part in. You guys know I love teaching classes on how to get our inner body and our inner mind, our inner selves, all detoxed and all clean. So I'm really glad to be bringing this one to you guys. This course is going to be all about how to start living a beautiful living protocol, living food. And it's also really good for anybody who has done this before and maybe you've fallen off the wagon a little bit. Listen, it happens to all of us. Don't worry, I've got you covered. We're going to be going through some really, really good tips and strategies on how you can get started back into a beautiful living protocol. So let me know if you've started already, or if you are brand new to this, let me know in the comments so that I can know how to best address your questions. Dee says, I'm with you, starting the detox in a couple of weeks. Yes, so if you're watching this now, what is it, May 11th, 2021, if you're watching this live, we're going to be starting a new juicy detox. I'm starting it in 2 weeks. And in leading up to that, I want to help all of you get back on track and start transitioning from maybe you've sort of dabbled with a few naughty items. Maybe you've kind of gone off the rails. Maybe you just need a little bit of a refresher course. This is going to be perfect for you because it's going to give you an opportunity over the next 2 weeks with me every single day, live here on the Real Juicy Detox. It's going to give you guys an opportunity to sort of transition back into a living protocol so that you can have a really successful journey. So let me know if you are interested in that. We are starting on Monday, May the 24th. That is Canada Day in Canada. So if you can't start on the 24th because maybe you have some plans with family and you want to still enjoy some regular chewing food with your family, then no worries. You can start on Tuesday, but we are going to be starting on Monday, May 24th, our full-on juicing protocol. And I'm going to be doing 2 weeks on a juicing and smoothie fruit protocol. So if you guys want to jump in and join me in that, then that is awesome. We're excited to get started. So thank you, Victoria. I'll tell my mom to come now. Awesome. Come on in, Kimberly. Victoria is calling you into the class. I love that. I think it's so cool. Victoria. Oh my gosh, good for you, babe. Okay, let's get started. So this mini course that I'm going to be launching with you guys right now is going to be really special. It's going to be live, and I will keep the replay up for a short time. So I want to really encourage you guys to watch live if you can, and to stay tuned for more mini courses like this to get us going. So let's get started. All right, are you guys ready? Let's do it. All right. Help, I've fallen off the wagon. I cannot tell you how many times I hear this in my coaching program. I coach, as you know, I'm a certified detox specialist, certified by Dr. Robert Morse, ND, on how to tap into our inner world of health and vitality through a beautiful, living, fruit-centered program. And that is what we're doing here. But a lot of times, what I see is that people will start on their juicy detox journey and they'll fall off the wagon and they'll beat themselves up so much. And I want you guys to know that this is totally normal. And the worst part, I think, about knowing what we know here with the Real Juicy Detox and then falling off the wagon for whatever reason, maybe you're stressed and you're stress eating. Let me know in the comments if you can relate to any of these things that kind of derail us or have derailed you on your journey. Sometimes we get really wrapped up in our family, in work, in just the busyness of life, right? And we kind of tend to step away from doing the things that we know are healthier for our bodies. Like I said, if you've already done a juice detox with the Real Juicy Detox, or if you are like many of us, like myself included, you've gone through all different kinds of programs and protocols, and you're searching and you're trying to find the right things so that you can heal your body, whether that is from a catastrophic diagnosis like I've had with cancer, or if you want to get some excess weight that you have hanging around off of your body, or you just know that you are not as clean as you want to be. You know, sometimes we can really feel that, you know, what's the point? I'm going to just go back to some old eating habits for comfort. If that is you, then this is going to really, really be helpful for you. The first thing that I want you to know is that it's okay every now and then to fall off the wagon. The important thing is, what do you do with that clarity that you get from falling off the wagon? And how do you get back onto it, onto your healthier protocol? These tips are going to really help you out. You know, it's easy to feel so overwhelmed. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed. It's easy to feel unworthy. That is a big, big thing. And I want you to know that this is a normal process. It's a normal thing that a lot of us go through. And as long as you can have these following strategies to help you get back to that sense of, you know, I can do this, I'm just going to keep on going, then that is going to be really, really helpful for you. The first thing that I want you to do, if you feel like this, if you feel like you've fallen off and help, I've fallen and I can't get up, I want you to know that you can get up. The first thing that you need to do is to be gentle with yourself through this process. Sometimes we can get really beating up on ourselves. We can think that, oh my God, I've made all these mistakes and I can't believe I did that. And we can really get into that self-deprecating, limiting belief that we can't do it or we can't stick to it. Let me know in the comments. I see you guys tuning in. Hello. Let me know in the comments if you ever feel like that. Like once you know the right thing to do and you do it for a period of time, or maybe you didn't realize that some of the stuff that you were putting in your body was really part of the problem of why you have whatever you have. And then you realize and you're like, oh my God, that is something that we really need to get past, right? This feeling that, oh my God, I screwed it up. I'm not good at this. I'm never going to heal my body because I don't know what to do, or it's so overwhelming. All of these talks, all of these voices in our head, this monkey mind really can get us trapped in this, right? I see Lois is commenting. Hold on, let me move this for a second. There we go. I see Lois is commenting. Oh, wow, you are really talking to me, dear. I'm the beat myself up master. Lois, you, me, everybody, we all do this to ourselves, right? We all get into this sort of self-deprecating cycle. That's what it is. It's like we're on repeat with these voices in our head that say that we are never going to be able to master this. And yet we're the master of beating ourselves up, like you said, right? So yes. So remember that you have to stop thinking about these little bumps in the road as mistakes. They're not mistakes. They're here to clarify what you really want. They're here to help us to grow and to move beyond ourselves. This is a really, really big first important step. And all of these steps in this course, I want you to know, I'm breaking this down into really small and important steps. At first, we don't really consider these things, these mindset issues, these mindset blocks that we have. But I want you guys to really understand these things and to really sort of take these small things that we might think, oh, yeah, that's all the fluffy stuff. Just tell me what I need to eat. Tell me how much I need to juice. How long are you doing your juice for? What juice should I drink? What's the best thing to get rid of? No, the first thing that we need to do is we need to sort of, just be a little bit more gentle with ourselves and realize that these are not mistakes. These are not mistakes. They're necessary components to learning and growing, and they're necessary components on your journey, right? Carrie also says that let's see here. Carrie says, I'm very good at beating myself up. Yeah, we can do that. And let me tell you what, when you start to love yourself a little bit more through this process, you're going to be beating yourself up a whole lot less. So this is an important first step that we really must address before we even get started, which is why I love this little 2-week warm up, so that before we actually get into our juicing again, we can really start practicing these things. So what I want you to focus on, I want you to do a little bit of writing. I want you to do a little bit of journaling, and I want you to ask yourself some really important questions. What has this latest mistake helped you clarify? What has this brought you more clarity around on your journey? That is really important. What have you learned and how have you grown through it? That is the most important thing whenever we see ourselves sort of slipping and falling, right? It's not to beat ourselves up, but it's to ask ourselves, okay, what clarity has this allowed me to have so that I can continue on my journey? This is a long journey, right? It's not going to be a quick 2-week fix of anything. This is a long detox journey that we're on. We're learning how to transform what we are doing on all levels, on the physical side, as well as the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual side. And all of those things we're going to touch on, starting with really sitting down and asking ourselves, what has this mistake helped me to clarify in my life? And how can I use this and harness this where I am now? How can I actually get comfortable? How can I get comfortable with making mistakes? And there is no mistake. You know how you can tell? Because if you can grow through everything, how is that growth promoting bump in the road really a mistake if it helps you to grow? So learning how to grow through all of these things is the very first thing that we really need to do and address when we are going through this. I want you also to realize that this is a process in which we are becoming more aware. You need to become the elegant observer of your life. You guys know I talk about this all the time. If you can, as you're going through this process, just be aware and not beat yourself up, not judge yourself for where you are, that is a really important aspect of the whole entire process, right? We have to become more aware of our inner dialogue. What is it that we're telling ourselves all the time? And if you really look at it carefully, you can see that we have about 4 or 5 of the same thoughts that usually roll through our minds, right? It may come out in different ways, but it's really generally about 4 or 5 things that we constantly tell ourselves on repeat. We do this all the time and we don't realize it. So when we sit back and we just become aware of what we're really thinking, become aware of the self-limiting beliefs that we have for ourselves, like, you know, stuff that was imprinted on us from a very early time. You're not good enough, you're stupid, you know, you're cute but not too smart, you know, things like that, that really become embedded in us, then that can really start playing into a lot of the choices that we make on a daily basis. But you can switch all of that around. Once you're aware of how you're thinking and how you're feeling about yourself and about the process, you can really start looking at that and saying, okay, well, I'm not worthy. I don't deserve having beautiful, fresh, delicious juice to nourish my body with. These are things that we have on repeat. It might come out in different areas as well. Let me take a sip. Watermelons are back in season. I'm excited about that. Let me make sure I don't drop that right off of my little stand there. So what stories are you telling yourself? That's a really important one. And are they limiting? Are they self-limiting and self-defeating? What is the story that you're telling yourself about what you can do and what you can accomplish? Is it wrapped up in unworthiness? Or is it wrapped up in, hey, I'm okay. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I'm allowed to grow. I'm allowed to stumble. I'm allowed to fail right on my face, fall on my face. It's okay. It's okay. Or are you telling yourself the story that I'm worthless, I'm stupid, I don't know what to do, this is dumb, this will never work? You know, we have to really be more aware of what we're telling ourselves on a deeper level and looking at how you shift that perspective. You know me, I'm all about shifting your perspective so that you can feel better about where you are. When you feel better about where you are able to get tapped in, tuned in, turned on to the solutions that are really going to work for you. You can also start listening to your body more. It's really a powerful thing. So what I want you to do is I want you to really focus on shifting the perspective of where you are. What is the new story that you want to start telling yourself? What is the old story that you're telling yourself, right? That's where the awareness piece comes in. And then what is the new story that you want to start telling yourself? Do you want to start telling yourself that you're capable of doing this, that it's okay to experiment, that what happens throughout your experience with all of this? Thank you so much. My candy girl brought me some new, freshly pressed watermelon juice. I'm telling you, man, we're living the life here, Miss Candy Girl.
I'm telling myself we have good friends that are supportive and loving.
We have good friends that are supportive and loving. That is a story that we tell ourselves all the time here, right? We can nurture ourselves. We can have beautiful living food. We can even have our friends bring us beautiful, or our spouses bring us beautiful juices, beautiful shakes. It's so good. Can you shift your perspective? That is so important. It's so important. And I want you to think about this, right? When you tell yourself the story that I'm not worthy, that I don't deserve this, that why should I don't want to have it because, it prevents somebody else in my house from having it, that kind of stuff. Any kind of talk that really pulls us away from what our inner being knows to be true is going to stir up within us feelings that are not congruent with what our inner being knows to be true. So when we start telling ourselves these new, fresh stories, I'm supported, I am loving to myself, I'm treating myself to beautiful, efficient, cellular, dynamic food, I'm worthy of this, I deserve to feel good. Oh, my apologies. I deserve to feel good in my body. I deserve to nourish myself. I am worthy of taking care of myself enough to set aside time for my meditation practice, for my journaling. All of these things are new stories that we need to tell ourselves, right? Let's see what's in the comments here. Barry, hey, Barry, welcome back to class. Barry, okay, hold on one second. Welcome, welcome, welcome to class, Barry. That's how I usually give a welcome. Welcome to class. I'm so glad that you are here. Barry is a new student. And how did the peaches go, Barry? Did you guys go have a fun time picking your peaches at the orchard? I hope you did, and I hope that you enjoyed some as well. Lois says, that's so right about those old embedded messages. I think I have more than 4 old obsessions, though. This is so, so good and important. Burns, thank you so much. You're so welcome, Lois. What I think a lot of people don't realize is that we all have these embedded old stories. Sometimes we don't even realize where they came from. But when we do recognize that these are old embedded stories that are holding us back and holding us apart from what we really and truly want, which is a happy, healthy body, a healthy mind, a healthy soul, positive emotions that are going to support us on our journey through life, that is where it's at. We need to start reforming the stories that we are telling ourselves. So one of the things that I really want you to do here is I really want you to start identifying what is a story that you want to start telling yourself. And even if it is not a story that you are telling yourself as yet, I want you to just journal and write down what are some of the things that I want to start reinforcing for myself in my life. What is that now going to look like, right? I'm supported. I am loved. I am nurturing myself every single day. And I am trusting the process within my body so that I can heal myself with this. Anne-Marie, oh, thank you so much, honey. I definitely needed to hear this today. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you are here. I'm so glad that I was drawn to share this message with you guys and this beautiful course. The third thing that I want you to keep in mind to really help you is that you really need to stay immersed in the work. When we are learning a new skill or a new language, what is the best and fastest way to do that? It's to immerse ourselves in that body of work. If you're wanting to learn a new language, what's a great way to learn that new language? It's to listen to as much coursework on that language. It's to, if you can, immerse yourself in a culture where that language is mostly spoken. And the same thing is true for this type of new language that we're learning. Because let's face it, there is so much that we have to unlearn about nutrition, about diet, about healing ourselves, that it is almost like a new language that we are having to learn, right? Like the simple thing that you cannot overeat fruit and vegetables. That is something that we need to relearn, right, Lois? That's something that we need to relearn. We have to relearn that fruits are actually what our species was designed to run on. Fruits, vegetables, living food. We have to relearn a lot of stuff. So one of the great ways to do that I have found really helpful for me is to completely immerse myself in the work. Now, I know that we're busy, right? We got busy lives. We have a lot of things that are going on. We've got work, we've got family, we've got responsibilities galore. But I think, one of the most important things that we can do for our families and for ourselves is to really take care of our physical body. Because, oh my gosh, I've learned this firsthand. If you're facing a catastrophic diagnosis, if you are facing any dis-ease within your body, it's usually accompanied by some sort of dis-ease in the mind as well. So immersing ourselves fully in the teachings, in the work, in the courses that we can get ourselves into to stay focused, even if it's for a little bit of time every day, even if it's for 5-10 minutes, that is going to really help us out. And the beautiful thing is that we have the Real Juicy Detox group where we can do that, even if it's just every day checking in for 5 or 10 minutes, watching the classes, watching the live detox classes is so important to keep you focused on what you're doing. Because if you're not focused on this, you're going to be focused on something else. And keeping and getting our bodies in a clean state is so important. So, yep, our family responsibilities are important. Absolutely. Our work responsibilities are important. Absolutely. But if we are not operating in a really healthy and clean environment within ourselves, how are you going to take care of your family? How are you going to take care of your responsibilities? How are you going to go to work? How are you going to be able to work if you are unable to get out of bed because you are so sick because of what we're putting in our body, right? Really, really important. So getting tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to the resources, getting excited about it, not feeling overwhelmed, but getting really, really excited about this new lifestyle that we're embarking on and that we're continuing on. Really, really important. Remember that in order to tap into our inner world of health and vitality, we need to detoxify the physical body as well as the mental body, the emotional body, and the spiritual body. In fact, we know that if you embark on a really all-round healthy lifestyle, which is not just what you're putting in your body by way of your food, what you drink, what you put on your skin, what you inject into your body, but also when you look at the whole aspect of the mental as well as the physical as well as the mental and the emotional and the spiritual side of things. When you take this from a holistic approach like that, oh my gosh, you guys, it becomes so much easier. It becomes so much easier to do that. And how do we take care of these different aspects? We're going to be looking at in courses, in modules coming down the road in the next 2 weeks. We're going to be looking at the physical side of this. All right. So we're going to be looking at how to detox the body with living, beautiful, alkaline food. This is such an important aspect. A lot of us think that, oh, I can have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but some fruit and some veggies, that's going to give you partial results, right? On a physical level. So you really have to understand a lot of the mechanics behind acidosis, toxicity, and structural weakness. And we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be giving you guys all of that information in this course. On a mental and an emotional level, oh my gosh, this is so important. We can get so stuck in the monkey mind that is seeming to be always at play, right? And sometimes I've heard this monkey mind so loud in my own head that I've literally found myself shouting, oh my God, shut up, like stop it. Where is this coming from? And I can hear it. It's like so loud. Now, thank goodness, since I've been doing this beautiful detox protocol, June 1st will be my 1-year anniversary. I can honestly say that I have not had a lot of that monkey mind coming into play. Why? Because I've done all the other steps I've talked about. I've started to tell myself a new story, and I stayed immersed in the work, which is actually one of the reasons why I wanted to become a certified detox specialist with Dr. Morse, so that I can know fully everything that I'm doing in order to heal myself and to help myself with what I'm going through. And Dr. Morse also talks about this. He talks about understanding the God consciousness aspect of ourselves, understanding the mental detox that we all go through, learning how to deal with the emotions that do come up when you're detoxing the body. All of this is so important. right? That monkey mind is just crazy. It's just crazy. Crazy. It's crazy. Let me know if you guys can relate to that. Let me know in the comments if you have had to work through some crazy ass monkey mind stuff that comes up for you. I know I have, and I can't be the only one. And I know I'm not the only one because I see the struggle. I see so many who are on this journey, either struggling with how long will it take for me to heal my body, or, oh my gosh, this is happening. Why is this happening? I see it in myself, right? Sometimes I'll get a pain or discomfort in and around the same area where the cancer was originally manifested in my body for me. And I can see myself going into, oh my God, is this working? Is this going to really be, is this it? What? I need all the answers, and I need to see the path. I need to know all the stuff, right? But that is the monkey mind coming into play. On a spiritual level, one of the things that I focus on a lot in this course and in my own life is the spiritual aspect of this, because if you're not tapping into and getting a stronger connection with the divine and how that divine energy works in your life, and you can call that by whatever overriding name or principle, or I'm not religious. I take it more from a spiritual aspect. You need to focus on that. You need to tap into the power, and we'll go through suggestions and my tips on this. We need to start tapping into the meditation a little bit more. So if you're not as yet doing that, that is one of the things that over the next 2 weeks through this course, we're going to be really focused on, because it is so important. It is so important. It's so important. I see some awesome comments here. Lois says, oh, wow, I might have to sleep teach to this, Burns. I don't know what that means. Do you mean like listen to this while you're asleep? Yeah. I remember when I was first healing from cancer, when I was first diagnosed with cancer in 2011. And in 2012, 2013, I started to really tap into a lot of the mindset stuff, a lot of the law of attraction stuff, a lot of listening and becoming more aware of what my mind was doing and telling me. And I used to listen to the Abraham Hicks stuff all the time at night. In fact, if I was awake, I was studying. I was listening to the recordings. I was really diving deep into my own mind. And I was also listening to it while I was asleep as well, because it is really, really helpful. Good, Barry. Barry says the peaches were wonderful. I only had one small peach. So good. And Barry is on day 11 of juicing. Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Good for you, Barry. Let me know in the comments, Barry, and any of you, what have you noticed, or what do you notice inside of yourself as you're starting this juicing protocol? Let me know if you're starting to feel any of the beautiful health benefits. And later on in this course, over the next 2 weeks, like I said, we're going to be going and touching on all of the benefits, as well as some of the detox symptoms that you might experience when you're doing this. So keep going. Amy says, I'm learning a new foreign language. It's called email marketing. Yes, girl. Trying to immerse myself in this email marketing course. That is so good. Email marketing courses are amazing. So good for growing your business. I'm starting to immerse myself into Kajabi so that I can start selling my products, my digital products and courses there. And yeah, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn for sure. I think I have a zoo, not just a monkey some days. Oh my gosh, Lois, you're hilarious. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Definitely have had the monkey mind in play. I totally get it, Carrie. It's all good. Just tuning in. Lucky to see you live. Hi, Terry. So good to see you as well. So glad that you are here live with us, babe. All right. So moving on, this fourth step that I want you guys to focus on during this 2-week period leading up to our juice cleanse on May the 24th. I'm going to be doing a 14-day juice cleanse to extend this course and really take the knowledge further within myself. These are some of the things that you can do. Set clear intentions of what you want Set clear intentions of what you want. This is really, really important. I'm going to do an entire class on setting intentions and setting a gratitude journal, because these are two things that have really, really helped me. Starting to get a little bit warm here. Turn on the fan. This is something that has really, really helped me. And sometimes when we set intentions, we can feel like this urgency. And what I have found is that if you can set gentle, soft, smooth intentions without any urgency behind it, you can really start to tap into the creative power of the universe to help those, what do I want to say? It's almost like it helps clear pathways for you, which is a really good thing, because sometimes, a lot of times, always, we face obstructions. It could be a physical obstruction. Think of if you have a physical obstruction in your bowel, how is that going to affect your elimination? It's going to mess you up for sure, right? If you're constipated, or if you have an actual obstruction in your bowel, if you have an obstruction in your energy flow, it's also going to block energy in your life, right? So setting short-term goals for transitioning gently into a more living lifestyle with your diet, incorporating mindset and meditation habits. You can set a really gentle intention. You don't have to start doing it right away. I want to set an intention. This is you speaking. This is me speaking to myself now. I want to set an intention that I'm going to get back into a more living food protocol. Just set the intention lightly. Set it lightly. Let go of expectations when you set your intentions. This is really, really important. If you don't let go of expectations, it's almost like you're doubting whether this whole thing can work for you. It's like you're doubting whether energy really flows like this in your life. It's like doubting the power of the universe, the creative power of the universe in your life, right? Think of it like when you were, I used to teach kindergarten through grade 11. I taught for almost 20 years. And the little classes, the little guys, we would plant seeds every spring, and cover them with dirt, and we would watch the growth cycle. And I always encourage the kids not to dig up the dirt to see if the plant was sprouting, right? Sometimes nothing is happening, and it's all happening beneath the surface. If you keep digging up the dirt, what is that telling you? You're not trusting the process. You're not trusting the creative power within that seed to actually sprout. You're doubting. So if you can set light intentions and just let them go. I mean, honestly, set an intention lightly and then just keep on moving. Trust the process, that through time, you're going to find that you're going to be drawn to those choices that you need to be doing in order to transition into this lifestyle, while also following the steps in this course. So the more you keep looking for the results of what you're doing, the more you dig up that dirt, the more you're not trusting the process, you're gonna set yourself up for a much slower manifestation of what you want to have happen with this. Let's see. I've got some great comments coming in here. Hey, Sheila says, the urgency is so high to heal myself right now. I am telling you, babe, while I can understand that from a firsthand perspective, I can understand that so well. I don't even think you guys have an understanding of how much I can understand that. Urgency, when you are healing the body, is not going to help you get there. Urgency means that it's kind of coming from a vibration of desperation. You know what I mean? This is where the detox from the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual come into play. That urgency. I mean, you can eat all the fruit you want. You can have all the living protocol that you want. But if you're still having these emotional obstructions, these vibrational obstructions to your energy flow, you're going to be stuck. You're going to stay stuck. So I really urge you to not be so urgent, not have a need to have everything healed in your body this red hot minute right now. Trust the process, right? It's going to be so much of an easier process for you, honey. It really, really is. So I really want to encourage you to just live each day for what it is that day. How quickly something is going to heal in your body, that might be a couple of years. I don't know. Your body is the one that knows that, right? All that you can do is provide the best environment for your body to heal. You can provide the best environment for your mind to heal, for your soul to heal. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about what diet we're eating. It's not just about what herbs we're taking. It's about how is our mindset set up? How is our spiritual connection to ourselves set up? This is really, really important. Getting out of that, I need this to happen right now. Come on. That is just not gonna, that's like constricting in and of itself. You can feel that, right? Whereas if you just say, today, I'm gonna eat beautiful living food. And tomorrow, I'm gonna eat beautiful living food. I'm going to have some cooked food. Sure, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of cooked food, but I'm going to stay focused on putting into my body the highest electromagnetic energy that I can possibly put in. And I'm going to trust the process that this is what my body needs right now. Because guess what? It is guaranteed. Barry says, listening to your YouTube videos every day has helped me to keep going. Thank you for all you do for us. You're so welcome, Barry. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Keep yourselves immersed in the work. It absolutely is critical. It is absolutely critical. Thank you so much, Doris. Doris says, this is so good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're finding value. Rachel says, I'm clearing the house of junk and clutter before the juice cleanse. Organizing my environment has been put off for far too long. Yeah, girl, it's an obstruction in the energy flow. Need to detox the environment. Absolutely, 100%. I remember that when I really started to get into juicing, actually, it was when I moved back into the house here. So little sidebar that some of you, especially you who are new, may not know is that last March to July, maybe, I forget exactly, July, I was living down at my sister's cottage. I wasn't here. I kind of took myself out of my current environment for a cleaner, more just burns focused environment in order to heal my relationship with Dali, in order to heal my physical self. I didn't even realize that that was what was about to happen. But I took myself out of what was in some ways a toxic situation. Not anything major, like you might, it was just emotionally, we needed a break. I needed a break from life here. I took myself out and put myself into a really beautiful healing retreat environment. The energy was flowing. I was living down at my sister's cottage, and it was a beautiful time for me. But when I moved back into the house here, the first thing that I did, and I did a Facebook Live video, I'll see if I can't insert it in here at some point for the replay. I walked back into the house and I was like, whoa. At this point, March, I moved down to the cottage, and in June, the 1st of June, I found detoxing. I was on a beautiful detox journey, started down at the cottage. But when I moved back to the house, I moved back to a really toxic kitchen. My fridge was full of crap that I had bought before, all the condiments and all the high sugar junk food was in the fridge. It was in the cupboards. And I remember that I had done a clearing out my pantry video. Just about everything in that pantry that I had my hands on went into the garbage because it was toxic junk food. We absolutely need to clear the environment out. And this is something that we're going to be touching on in subsequent modules here in this course. We need to clear out the environment, because guess what? If it's not in the house, you're not going to be drawn to eat it. Yeah. And sometimes it can be a little bit confusing, right? Sometimes it could be like, oh my gosh, what? Oats? What? Rice? What? I thought that was good for me. Beans? What? No. So we're going to be touching on all of those things that you can get rid of, things that are going to be more acid forming in the body. But you're absolutely right. It's clearing out the obstructions in our environment, including in our pantry. If you have junk food in the house, you are going to be drawn to eat it. I've had a few times where it's like, oh my God, I really want some sweet dessert. Man, if there were cookies in the house, I'd have been going for that. Or chips, if there was chips in the house, I would have been going for that. So really clearing out your environment is such an important aspect of this, right? And you can feel it too, right, Rachel? Can't you feel your house feeling better already? It's like, oh, I got all that crap out. Let me fill the house with the really healthy, good options. That is so, so good. Great, great idea. Great tip. Hey, India, so glad that you are here. I'm so glad that you checked your phone as well. And by the way, that brings up a really good reminder. If you're watching this on YouTube, like Carol is, remember to subscribe to the channel, set your notifications so that you can get notified when I am live. I'm coming back with live classes every single day for until June the 17th. That is the day that we actually officially move out of the house. Some of you know that we just sold our house and that we're going to be moving to the tropics. Yes, we are. So I have the house and the studio and the unlimited Wi-Fi to continue to come to you guys live every single day. And we are starting back officially today. So make sure to set your notifications with that bell icon so that you can continue to be notified when videos go live. Yes, indeed. So that concludes the first module, the first part of things that you need to focus on. You've fallen off the wagon, or maybe you've never been on the wagon, but you know you should be on the wagon, right? This is a perfect way to get started. So let's just recap really, really quickly. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. This is a process. You're in a beautiful life experience. I know sometimes it may not feel like it's so beautiful, especially if you're struggling with some aspect of your health, but reframing everything that you're going through, telling ourselves a new story, right? What's the new story that you want to be telling yourself about your health and your vitality and how easy or how difficult you want it to be? Start reframing this so that you're telling yourself a new story. Immerse yourself in the work. Immerse yourself in the different practices, the group that we have. Immerse yourself in these videos and in this coursework, because that is the best way to learn any new language that we're learning. And remember that this is not just a physical detox. This is about the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual components as well. And give yourself grace when you're going through this. Give yourself grace when you're going through this. Set yourself some really clear intentions of what you want. And by the way, I am not talking about, I intend to lose 30 pounds. While that may happen and most likely will happen, that is not the kind of intention that I'm talking about. I intend to create a beautiful alkaline environment for my body so that my body stops this need to buffer it with cholesterol, that cholesterol buffering system, with the inflammation buffering system, the calcium buffering system. We're going to be talking about all of these processes so that you can stay up to speed with this brilliant new language that we're learning about for our body. Trust the process. Trust the process. It is not an instant and immediate thing that happens, but it is a slow, gradual process that we need to embrace beautifully. Yes, indeed. You're so welcome, Anne-Marie. I'm so glad that you were able to tune in. Rachel says, clearing the junk out of the yoga meditation room so I can vibe out there, so stress doesn't head me to the fridge so much. Beautiful idea. Clear out your environment. Clean out your cupboards. This is one thing that a lot of us do go through when we start getting into the right mindset to do a new, beautiful, brilliant living protocol, a detox protocol. We all of a sudden feel this natural urge to clean stuff out. Clean out your closets. Clean out that junk room. Clean off your stuff. Dust everything down. Create a beautiful environment so that your energy can flow, so that you're not heading to the fridge, so that you can say, you know what? I'm going to go sit. I'm going to give myself 5-10 minutes in the middle of this stressful situation or in the middle of my regular day. and not be drawn as much to the fridge. And you're right. If you have a beautiful, clean space, make your bed every day. Oh my gosh, make your bed when you get up in the morning so that you can look at it and it feels clean and clear and energetic. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. You're so welcome, Anne Marie. Oh, Carrie, I'm so glad that you found value from this. So tune in tomorrow in the afternoon. I try to come live at noon, but today it was 1:30. I had a few other things to get done. Tune in and come on this journey with us. If you're brand new, I welcome you. If you're an OG, an original Juicy member, come back on board, get back, dust yourself off. If you've fallen off the wagon, dust yourself off, get your mindset right, get your intentions clear, start telling yourself a new story, and most importantly, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourselves through this, okay, guys? I'm so glad that you loved it. So glad. All right, guys, I will see you guys all in the Real Juicy Detox Facebook group where it's like our before and after school hangout spot. And I'll see you guys there, and I'll see you tomorrow right here at the Real Juicy Detox, where we will be covering the next module in our Standard American Diet SAD to Living program. I'll see you guys then.